What's happening, everybody? I know it's been a little bit, but hey, another video on Coaster 365 and another vlog on Coaster 365 at another Six Flags park. You see the building behind me? I'm at one of my home parks, Six Flags New England. First visit of the year. I'm excited to get back on some Wicked Cyclone, some Superman, some Batman the Dark Knight, and check out everything that's new here at Six Flags New England for 2024. Par for the course, though, the last decade. It's not gonna be much. Not gonna be much. So, but you know, it's always good to get back into the home park and see what's going on. Get on some of my favorite roller coasters in the world, Wicked Cyclone, especially if you know Coaster 365 lore. There would be no me without Wicked Cyclone. Absolute zero coaster, and excited to see how it's running after a good 8 months since I've been on. So let's hop inside and see what's going on at Six Flags New England. I gotta say, getting the Diamond Six Flags Pass for Six Flags New England, the preferred parking here may be better than any other Six Flags, because the general parking for New England is literally like 2 miles away. It is a ridiculous walk. I mean, they got trams, but it's not fun, especially in the summer. So get a Diamond Pass at New England. It's well worth it. You get Great Escape, Great Adventure, Laron, a bunch of Six Flags around here. So it is worth it to get the Diamond Pass if you're in the New England area. This has always been a very charming and quaint little walk-through area at Six Flags New England. It's the main midway. Nice little 1950s vibes. Downtown New England, maybe. I dig it, especially when it's a quiet park day and it's not shoulder to shoulder, as can happen quite frequently. This is a busy park, which is why we need a new roller coaster. It is year number 3 of the Goliath plot being completely empty, right in the middle of the park. I have heard rumors that maybe 2025 is the year for Six Flags New England to finally get a new coaster. 2015, Wicked Cyclone, that was the last significant roller coaster added to New England. Almost a decade. That's ridiculous for such a high populated area. You know, rumors in this industry, probably more often than not, do not come to fruition. I'm hopeful here. I'm hopeful. A nice launch coaster. Look at this huge plot of land. A launch coaster is what we need. You can even get rid of Flashback if you want. Oh my God, that is such a massive area of land for something awesome. I hope 2025 is the year where New England gets that travel-worthy, fantastic, great elite coaster to give this park a top 3 instead of just a top 2. Here's hoping. Here's Pandemonium, the spinning coaster. I think a Maurer. I actually don't know the manufacturer. It needs a paint job, that's for sure. Definitely needs a paint job. Because of the low capacity, usually one of the longest waits in the park. So if you want a cred run, definitely hit this first, along with Thunderbolt, which is usually only on one train. Not sure if this is new, but this used to actually be a gift shop. Now it's lockers for Wicked Cyclone. The entrance is right there. I actually welcome this change, because you used to have to walk all the way to the Rapids lockers to put your stuff away for Wicked Cyclone. So the fact that it's right there right now, that's a welcome change. I've been riding this thing for 7 years, almost to the day. 470 different roller coasters. Yes, that's the one that started it all. Still, I'm blown away on the brake run. Wicked Cyclone is such a marvel. The ejector air time in this thing is so intense, perfectly paced, all in that little tiny footprint. It's still a 9. It's still a top 25 roller coaster for me. I keep telling myself, am I just biased? And is it just because it's my zero coaster and I'm hyping it up? I don't think so. I really don't think so. I really think if you haven't been on Wicked Cyclone and you've been on a lot of RMCs, this is gonna be one of your favorite, at least of like the, you know, the 120 feet or less RMCs. It's this or Twisted Timbers. I mean, Wildcats Revenge is a little taller. It's so good. I will never not rave about Wicked Cyclone. Get out to New England, guys, I'm telling you. It's so worth the trip. Superman's great. Wicked Cyclone is where it's at. Oh man, the ejector hill after the second inversion, one of the most intense moments of airtime in the United States. That's not hyperbole. Here's Blizzard River, the rapids here at Six Flags New England. The best part about this ride is probably that sign. That's a really good sign. You just don't really get wet in this thing. Maybe you get one good splash. It's gonna open at 12 apparently. It just doesn't get you as soaked as you want it to, especially in the summer. I don't really love rapids rides that much unless I'm with like a big group. Rapids rides with a group, awesome time. But I kind of wish New England had a better water ride than Blizzard River. I'd prefer a flume. I'll always prefer a flume over rapids. A flume back there would be awesome. I just want a roller coaster, so I guess I can't get too far ahead of myself and ask for too much. But Blizzard River, I wish we had a better water ride personally. So here's the food situation here at Six Flags New England. 20 bucks with fries. That does not include a drink. And look at that little fine print, $1.30 surcharge. These prices are absolutely absurd. You want a beer, just a regular beer, that's 13 bucks. A grinder, 21 bucks, served with chips. Ooh, wow. I mean, what are we doing, guys? Look at this, a fried dough. Fried dough is $14.49. Just a regular fried dough. Holy crap. JB's Barbecue, probably the only place worth eating here at Six Flags New England. But here's my big money-saving tip, especially if you're traveling on the road. Try not to eat at the parks. The prices are absolutely absurd, especially at Six Flags, Cedar Fair, and the Seas Parks. Don't get me started on them. What I do when I'm on the road, this is my home park, I try to get a hotel that has a complimentary breakfast, and I pick out. I act like it's a brunch. I go to town, so I'm absolutely stuffed when I get to the park. I tough it out, maybe get a snack, stay hydrated throughout the day, of course. And then after the park, when it closes, you have a big dinner elsewhere. You get more bang for your buck that way instead of paying, $25 for, a slice of pizza and fries. That's what I do, and honestly, it saves me a lot of money. Here's Thunderbolt celebrating year, let's do some math, 83, I believe, 1941, the oldest Six Flags roller coaster. Technically Wild One is, but that has only been at Six Flags America since the 80s. This has been here since Riverside Park, since 1941. And it's still a pretty good ride, nothing crazy, but a good time. There it is, the famous spaghetti bowl section. Restraints aside, this right here is what makes Superman better than Millennium Force. Sorry, Cedar Point fanboys and girls. This layout is just so much better. There he is, Superman himself, looking jacked. He can leap tall buildings with a single bound, but can you fix your restraints? That's what I'm asking you. Please, because your ride's great. Growing up in New England, Superman's an icon. Obviously everyone hears about Disney, Universal, SeaWorld, Busch Gardens, but when you're in New England, you don't know a lot of roller coasters. All you really knew growing up was Superman. Are you brave enough to one day ride Superman? For me, I was not. For like 15 to 16 years, I was one of those people that said, no way. I'm not doing an over 200-foot roller coaster. Are you crazy? Even after riding Wicked Cyclone and where I became an enthusiast, I still had hesitations. This was my first hypercoaster. Like 7 years ago, not that long ago, I was afraid of Superman. And now it's, I've ridden it, 50 to 60 times. Which, yes, I know that seems low for 7 years, but no, I'm not a marathoner. I don't know how you guys do like 50 rides on one coaster in one day. God bless you. That'll never be me. Maybe it's just me, but this always reminded me of like a poor man's version of a Marvel superhero islands. The Spider-Man entrance at Islands of Adventure? Here we go. God, I hate these things. This could be a top 10 roller coaster in the world still. It's always cracked me up. We're about to enter best steel coaster on the planet. 05, 06, 07, 08, 09. Let's confirm that in the station, shall we? And in here, apparently they won 03, 06, 07, 08, 09. They still haven't fixed that. It's been like that for 7 years. Figure out your years, guys. First ride on Superman the Ride in over a year. I've had such a back and forth relationship opinion with Superman. Sometimes I ride, I'm like, that's still a top 25 experience. The layout is phenomenal, and yes, the layout is still one of the best in the world. I believe when I first reviewed it, it was one of my earlier reviews, February 3rd, I think. I gave it a high score, 8.89. That was high. That was high, because today is one of those days where I'm just like, man, you just don't get out of your seat thanks to those restraints. Other than really the drop in that really good airtime hill when you go through like the Superman logo. That's still one phenomenal airtime moment. But other than that, you don't leave your seat. Those restraints just suck. God. It's still great. It's still a good roller coaster. 889 was very high. That's what I gave it then. It's closer to a lower 8, I think. It should be a 9. It should be a 9. Wicked Cyclone, it's not even a debate, not even a question. That is the best roller coaster in this park. It's a good number 2. It just should be more. It should be more. Here is Six Flags New England's newest coaster, the Joker, opening in 2017. That's right, 7 years ago. Still the newest coaster. And no, I wouldn't consider this, a brand new, unique coaster, because obviously this thing has been cloned to death. Can you tell I want a new coaster? Oh no. No, I drove 25 minutes just to find out that Riddler Revenge, the Vekoma SLC, is closed. How will I survive? How will I survive? I know people say this is one of the better SLCs, which I guess is cool that it's at my home park, but I did vow to never ride another SLC after Great Nor'easter, which is still true, Will I hold to that? If it's a new credit, probably not. Especially if it's overseas. It's fine. It's okay. It's still not that good. It won't happen since they just, repainted it, updated the trains. Another thing Six Flags New England needs, we need a new roller coaster, need a good water ride, we need a good dark ride. We have like that cyborg spin that's just like an indoor spinning attraction. And I want like a legit dark ride. Even like a Justice League. We're one of the few Six Flags parks that doesn't have a Justice League. I would like a good shooter. Those rides are really fun. Personally, I would get rid of the SLC, put a really good dark ride back there. I think that would be a crowd pleaser, especially you want to keep the park open, in the fall and the winter when it's cold. That's an attraction that you need, and for hot summer days. Not that I'm a photographer or anything, but a dream shot of mine would be to get a coaster on all 3 of these tracks, because you got Vekoma, Intamin, and B&M. Basically, I would dub it the Steel Kiss, because they're all so close together. Oh, am I turning into a nerd? I think I am. Batman, The Dark Knight Time, the smaller B&M floorless, but still easily the 3rd best coaster here. It shouldn't be the 3rd best coaster here for a park of the scale. That's why we need another coaster. It's been over a year since I've been on, so let's see how it's riding now. So that was some Batman The Dark Knight. It had been a while since I've been on. It was one of my first reviews, January 12th, I think. One of my first. It's punchy. It's really, really good. Especially those last 2 inversions right there. Really, really solid. It's not one of my favorite floorlesses, though. It's very short. A little bit of a rattle. After the pandemic, when Six Flags New England was closed for 2020, it was running like a dream in 21. It's kind of back to its shaky self. It's probably in the middle of my floorless rankings. I'll still prefer this one to Scream at Magic Mountain, Rougarou, Cedar Point, definitely Firebird at Six Flags America. God, that ride is horrid. But I still prefer a good amount over Dark Knight. It's like right in the middle. Like I said, it shouldn't be the 3rd best coaster here. It should be 5th or 6th, ideally. Here's Harley Quinn. Yeah, I'm gonna say Harley Quinn, because we're in New England. Spin Sanity. Still one of the newest flat rides. I think this opened in 2021, maybe 2019. I don't know. COVID time is weird. It's actually really fun. It's probably my favorite flat ride in the park. It gets up there. I don't know how high. I think they say like, I don't know. I'm not even gonna try to pretend I know the stats. But it's really, really fun. I like the idea of like kissing the Joker. You know, Harley Quinn and the Joker. Kind of cool. All right, all that's it from Six Flags New England. You know, I'm both blessed and cursed to have Six Flags New England as a home park. Blessed in that it has, in my opinion, and in its correct opinion, one of the best RMCs in the world. It's still an iconic, legendary ride, and Superman the Ride, one of the best 1-2 punches in the country. But cursed in that, man, that's the theme of this vlog. We are desperate for a new roller coaster. But overall, it's a good time here. I highly recommend Six Flags New England. Try to come here on a quiet day, get the most out of your day. It's not an ideal park when it's busy. The ops, especially Batman, very, very slow, but it's a good time. I like Six Flags New England. Always good to pop back into the home park and get on some Wicked Cyclone and Superman. Expect a few more vlogs in the coming weeks, especially the next two, going to some parks that I've been to before that I've covered on the channel, but Megan's first time to those parks in over 5 years. If you want to know where I'm going, watch my state series, Best Roller Coaster State series, state number 7. You're gonna have to watch that video to find out where I'm going next. Thank you all so much for watching, guys. Love you all. I'll catch you next time.